Okay. Hi guys, I'm filming on my crappy camera today, so if the quality sucks, I'm sorry. Normally I use this one, but Wednesday's challenge is to not edit your video, so I'm using my camera that won't go into editing programs, so that I won't edit it. And if I accidentally go and try and edit it, I won't be able to, because this one will just make the screen half green. Okay, so straight to questions. How did I feel about the candidates for 2008? Personally, I'm a Democrat. I was completely for Barack Obama. The reason I was for Barack Obama wasn't really because I was for Obama, it was more because I was against McCain. I overall didn't like him as a public figure. I don't think he represents the United States very well. In debates, he is very quick to temper, and that just doesn't flow with me. If Obama heard something he agreed with that McCain said, he would go, oh, I agree with Senator McCain, but Obama would go, no. But honestly, I think that Barack Obama is better for the new generation because it opens people's eyes a bit, and the newer generation is more open for change in some aspects. Obviously not in others, but maybe seeing this one big change will encourage people to, I don't know, bring around a bigger change. What are my favorite movies? Let's see. We've got Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, Sweeney Todd, pretty much anything by Tim Burton. Couple of Johnny Depp movies are really good. Chocolat is really good. Secret Window. I've got a movie called Akira. Very, very, very good Japanese movie. I recommend it to anybody who's a fan of anything Japanese. It's a cult classic. You've probably seen the Kanye West video for his song Stronger. That's based off of the movie, even though it's really old. Those are all I can think of for my favorite movies right now. Oh, no. Juno. Juno is a good movie. Also, because coincidentally, she just happens to use a lot of the words that me and my group of friends already use. But then again, my friends we have more of an elaborate kind of slang that we have, so usually people won't understand what we're saying, or we'll get made fun of for using weird words. Would you take back anything in your life? I think that everything that happens makes you stronger, or it puts you in your place. Because a lot of the times when you get caught doing something bad, or something bad happens, it's also because you are doing something wrong, and you needed to be put in your place for it. I feel that I needed to learn from everything bad that's happened to me, I think. There are one or two really tiny things I'd probably bring back, but they're so small I can't even remember them right now. Have you ever made a wish on 11/11 or on a shooting star, and did it come true? When I was 7. I wished on a shooting star for an ice cream cone. And I got that ice cream cone. But, every time I would ever make a wish on a shooting star, I would always wish that someone would want to go out with me, because I was pretty much the fat goth kid who sat in the back of the room until maybe 9th grade. A bit of 9th grade, I was still that person, but I was the really, really overweight girl who kind of just sat in the back and wore the really big glasses and had really frizzy hair, and I just sat in the back, and no one would ever want to talk to me. If you got partnered with me, it was like the worst thing in the world. I was that person. And of course, I liked people, and usually I got horridly made fun of by anybody who I had a crush on. Luckily, got into high school, and I started hanging out with the people in the grade above me. And somehow all the people in my grade still had this image of me as being the fat and ugly girl, but all of the kids in the like grade above me all think I'm awesome and really pretty and nice, and I don't know how it happened, but so yeah. I wished on 11/11 that I would get a boyfriend and friends, and now I have both. So, yay. How do I feel about cheating? In a common straight boy, straight girl relationship that's dedicated, I feel cheating, anything that you do with any other person, I don't care if you're making out with a chick or if you're doing more than that with a chick behind her back, it's still cheating in that situation. In some bisexual relationships, I see a place where there's a fuzzy line. Like, there are a lot of people who, if there's a bisexual girl dating a bisexual boy, can the girl go and do stuff with other girls and have it not matter? Can the boy go and do stuff with other boys? I really think your definition of cheating should come down to, in the relationship, what your definite line is. But I think no matter what, once you're married, you do nothing with nobody. That's adultery. That's just... you don't do that. So yeah. My questions are... what have you changed your mind about since you were a little kid? Like, what was something that you thought was absolutely true or that you were convinced of and you learned was different? And how do you feel about obesity in the United States? When I was little, I was absolutely convinced that the world was in a big dome. Like, it was flat and had a dome, and just here was everything. Because I used to look up at the sky and I would think that it was in a great big dome. And I was convinced of it. I was so sure that the world wasn't a circle. It was just a big dome. And I was also convinced that I was so smart and I knew better than everyone. And obviously not. When you're little, even now, at whatever age I am now, I know I don't know everything. Like, I'll state my opinions, but I won't claim to know everything. The only thing I'll claim to know is that stupid issue on love. I know that the definition of love comes from you as an individual, not from science. And obesity. I think that I have no problem with fat people. I have no problem with them. They don't act any different than everybody. It's just, how do you let yourself go on like that and be happy knowing that you're giving yourself health risks and you're making things worse for you usually? Because when I used to be fat, it was like, not only was I severely unhealthy, but nobody wanted to talk to me for being fat. And it's like, I couldn't go up a flight of stairs without not being able to breathe. I wouldn't do any sports. I wouldn't walk around. I would kind of just sit and do nothing all day. And it's like, I really think there needs to be more drive. And we shouldn't just be gulping down as much food as we have on account of there are some people who don't have food to gulp down. And personally, I'm all for taking all the food that people eat here and overeat and sending it to Africa. So yeah, my answers are pretty lame this week, and so are my questions. I'm sorry, but my dad's home and I have to rush. I only have one take to go through everything. I hope it's not too long for YouTube. So, yeah. By the way, me and Thursday, Emma, have a separate channel, Neon Crayons Inc. I'll put the link on the side, whichever way it is, because I don't really know. And yeah, we have a video. If you have any problem with homosexuality or anything of that nature, or the band Metro Station, don't even bother watching it. It's a themed video. If it's your bag, then it's your bag. But if it's not, then keep it shut. Alright, so, thanks. Bye.